Hello gliders and welcome to my channel. We are flying in the southwest of Europe, in the center of Spain, one of the hottest places in Europe. We had really nice weather forecast this day, with thermals from 2000 to 3000 meters above the ground level. The issue was that we had a strong wind, more than 30 km per hour from the southwest. In this video, we will analyze my second outlanding. I would like to thank all your comments and suggestions that allowed me to perform a safer outlanding. Today, we will analyze the place of the task, the weather forecast, and all my decisions along the flight. Along this video, you will see the same information I had in flight. As flight computer, I use an S100 variometer linked by Bluetooth with an Android tablet with XCsoar. This configuration allows me to use professional barometric, inertial and GNSS sensor, but monitoring all the information in a big Android screen. You can see all the information I have in flight in the top left part of the screen. Now, we will jump from the top plane to the beginning of the task. Here we are. I met with a flight colleague from my club and we are flying the last thermals before starting the task. With almost 2000 meters above the ground level, we are ready for starting the task. And here we are at the door of the task, two flight colleagues ready for a good flying day. We found a good thermal just passing the door of the task, but due to the strong wind, as you can see in the map, we were pushed back in the ground direction, so we had to start again the task. We already know about the strong wind, but you do not realize about the effect on your flight until you have to start again the task. If you look at the arrow, you will see the head component of the wind. At the middle of the first leg of the task, I was getting low. At 800 meters above the ground level, I forget the task and focus on looking for a good thermal. At the same time, I started to look at the ground looking for a good outlanding site. I saw a little town called Turleke, and I went to it looking for any type of thermal activity at the roof of the houses. And finally, the thermal appeared. At the beginning, it was not so strong, but it allowed me to maintain the altitude and look for any other thermal activity. After some time fighting with the thermal, finally I found the center. After this good thermal, I tried to continue with the task, going for the first point. As you can see, it was a very windy day. The wind pushed me back in the wrong direction, so I had to recover all the lost distance in the last thermal. Once again, I was getting low, so I forget the task and I focus on thinking about where to find a thermal and where to find a good place for an outlanding. As you can see, I was getting low again, so tired of the wind, tired of the low thermals, I decided to go back home. And that was the worst decision in the flight. My colleague decided to stay in thermals with 0, with 0.5, and the wind get him to home. Going back home, I will have tailwind, so I expect to cover a long distance with a small loss of height. But I was wrong. I was getting really low, so I had to decide where to outland. I saw a really big parking in the distance, so I expect to have some lift in this surface. I decided to choose an outlanding place near the parking. That way, I will have the chance for looking for a thermal in the parking, and in the case that the parking does not generate any lift, I could go back to my safe outlanding place. At this altitude, I will have a good view of the field, so I decided to turn around to see in detail if I will have any type of obstacles. Being aware of the low altitude, I decided to go to the parking looking for some lift. My outlanding place is near to the parking, so I will have enough time for a safe landing. Once in the parking, I realized that it generates no lift, so I had to go back to my outlanding place. Last visual inspection of the outlanding field and prepare everything for the landing maneuver. Landing gear out and tailwind. At this moment I had in mind all the discussions with colleagues of flying, all your comments on YouTube videos, and I felt like I can do it better than before. And finally landed. Everything is okay.